Script title: I almost lost my husband to my envy, then a miracle changed everything. I almost killed the man I love, all because I wanted a life I didn't need. My name is Emily. I'm 27, and I live in a small mountain town with my husband, Noah. Noah is a mechanic, a quiet, gentle man whose hands are rough from working on engines, but always soft when he holds mine. We lived in a tiny, drafty wooden house. Between my job at the library and his garage work, we brought home just enough to get by. But enough started to feel like a cage. On social media, I saw other women from town posting photos of luxury trips, new cars, and expensive clothes. I looked at Noah's cracked phone screen and his worn-out shoes, and bitterness crept into my heart. One night, I snapped. I told him he needed to try harder, to dream bigger, to be more like the other husbands. Noah didn't yell. He didn't argue. He just looked at me with deep hurt in his eyes and whispered, "I'll try." The next week, Noah took a second job working the night shift at a warehouse. Suddenly, we had the extra money. I bought a brand new coat. We went out to expensive dinners. But the price we paid was far too high. Noah stopped laughing. The color drained from his face. His hands shook when he poured his morning coffee. One night, I found him sitting on the edge of the bed, gripping his chest, gasping for air. I begged him to slow down, but he looked at me with bloodshot eyes and said, "I just want you to be proud of me." 2 weeks later, the nightmare happened. Noah walked through the front door, tried to speak, and collapsed heavily onto the floor. I screamed his name. His skin was ice cold. My hands shook so violently I could barely dial 911. At the hospital, the doctor looked at me with a stern face. He is severely exhausted. His body is completely shutting down. No work, no stress, or you will lose him. Sitting by his hospital bed, watching him look so small and fragile, I wept. I realized how blind I had been. I didn't need a big house or a fancy car. I just needed him. When Noah opened his eyes, he squeezed my hand and whispered, "You didn't forget what matters, Emily. You just got lost for a little while." When we returned home, we chose a different path. Noah quit the night job. We went back to our quiet evenings, reading books and watching the snow fall. But the hospital bills were piling up, and our old heater broke. We needed a solution, but this time, we had to do it together. I used my library resources to research small business ideas. I came up with a plan: Noah's Fix-It Van, a mobile car repair service. Noah would handle the tools, and I would manage the website and scheduling. We started small, with just a few flyers. Soon, the town fell in love with Noah's honesty and fair prices. It wasn't a massive corporate empire, but it was ours. One beautiful spring morning, a few months later, I woke up feeling strange. I took a test at the clinic, and my heart skipped a beat. I ran outside to the driveway where Noah was working under a car. When he rolled out, covered in grease and sweat, I handed him the paper. He read it once. Then twice. His hands began to shake again, but this time, it wasn't from exhaustion. It was from pure, unadulterated joy. "We're going to be parents," he whispered. In that moment, the rest of the world faded away. I realized that true love isn't found in gold, luxury trips, or social media filters. It's found in the quiet things, a warm hand, a tired smile, and a love steady enough to weather any storm. We didn't build a mansion, but we built a home filled with love. And that is everything.